Oh, there's a whole team. Need help.
Shadnik?
What'd you just do? Did you come behind him? People here. Why were there so many people here? Wait, hold up. I'm counting.
How many people were in there?
4, 5, 6.
No, they're gone either. Oh, my body. He has guns. I have plates as well. My body. Yeah, not probably more, dude.
I knocked 2 of them out. 1 with the bomb. Knocked 1.
In the slow.
Knocked 1.
Anywhere. Right here.
Oh!
Nice.
Clip it, chat. I knocked him. Good knock.
He's not low.
Got him.
Moving right side.
I got him. I got him. I got him.
I got sniped.
I got him. Oh.
Oh, hey, come finish this dude. He's AFK. Let me get him.
Alright, finishing move. Finishing move. That was hard. That was. Last time to finish these games. Oh! 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 What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shadow Shadnik. I hope you enjoyed the opening clip of me using the new aftermarket part for the FJX Horus. This aftermarket part essentially turns this weapon into an assault rifle, but it still shoots in 9mm caliber rounds. This attachment also gives you a 60 round drum attachment, which is nice, and you do not have to use the aftermarket part in order to use the 60 round drum. On screen, you will be seeing me unlocking the aftermarket part in Zombies, which is my favorite way to unlock these attachments that they release every week. You can still unlock it in multiplayer in Warzone, but in my opinion, it's a lot quicker and easier to do it in Zombies. You don't have to deal with skill-based matchmaking or EOMM. I do want a quick shout out to everybody that did watch, like, and comment on my video last week. I appreciate that, and if you do like the content that you're seeing, please like and comment on this video down below. Now, I do want to transition because I don't want to just talk about Call of Duty and the aftermarket part this week. I kind of want to discuss something that personally I really just feel like I need to get off of my chest. It kind of recently hit home, especially with this particular glitch that I am going to show my friend's reaction to momentarily. And I do want to start off by saying that it is kind of comical, but at the same time, there is a very serious issue that is underlying under the carpet here.
I wanted to drop the hard R so bad right then.
Do it. I wonder if Shadnik's actually waiting on us. You think he is?
Oh.
He hasn't wanted to play with his friends here lately. It's
I feel kind of left out.
got away with saying it? Why did you let him type that? I hate you. You're in it.
Oh, Shadow! Oh, he whispered.
Yeah, did you just see it too?
That right there was my friend's reaction to a very specific glitch that you can do when you're typing within Call of Duty, and you can really type in any time in a match, and you can whisper this to any of your friends, and it is the N-word with the hard R. And there's a very specific way in which that you can type this out and actually send this out to people, and it will not block the words. You actually see all of the letters appear as you type them. There is no type of censorship here whatsoever. And again, being an African American, a black person in this country, initially, honestly, it is somewhat comical and is hilarious to a certain extent. I initially reacted by laughing, as you saw in the clip, but that wasn't the first time I was actually able to see that this glitch was able to work in this manner. A random person in one of my lobbies, my Warzone lobbies, actually typed it in, and he was actually on my team, and I was laughing, but I was also like, hey, how'd you do that? And he showed me specifically how. Now, I don't want to specifically show exactly how to do this just because I don't want to necessarily promote this type of thing, but I do want to let you guys know that it was the hard R that it's being said, and that there is a specific way to type it out without getting it censored, which is absolutely insane if you think about how Activision has gone to such great lengths to censor our chats, to censor what we're typing in game, and to censor the names that we're creating when we're making our accounts. Everyone that is immature like me, who wants to get around all of the censorship that they have fought really hard to do anything that we can, whether we're using exclamation points as I's, we're using Z's as S's. There's so many ways to get around their little censorship, and it's awesome that it's the internet, so you expect these things to slip through the cracks some ways. But the specific way that you're actually able to use the hard R N-word in this instance, it doesn't really seem like it's an accident, and that's kind of why I wanted to make this video this week. I don't feel like this is necessarily a coding issue, although I do want to put on the table that it could be something that they just kind of messed up in the coding or just kind of slipped through the cracks. But when you look at the way that it is actually done, it kind of seems like it's on purpose, and it kind of brings up the question, who at Activision or Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer Games or whoever's making this game is the racist, because it's clear that there's something going on here. The way that it's being set out, that you actually have to say it in this manner, it doesn't seem like it's an accident. It doesn't come off as an accident, not to me. And this is coming from someone that uses the GA word all the time, being a black person and being around hip hop culture and other family members and this, that, and the third. Obviously that word is being said a lot, and I find it quite comical. I use it a lot. The hard ER to me can be comical in certain instances, but I think that in a video game like this, when they're trying so hard to crack down on the way that people are talking, the language that they're using, I just think that this is kind of egregious, and that's, I don't know, I just feel like it's a little bit too intentional, too on brand. And I also kind of wanted to go back, being someone that essentially kind of grew up playing Call of Duty. Again, my history with Call of Duty, I started playing Call of Duty online multiplayer with other people. COD 4 2007, 2008. It came out in 2007, so I was probably playing it online around 2008. Not a lot on my own, but a little bit at times when my stepfather would need to take a business phone call, I would pick up the sticks and I would play the game. I've been playing Call of Duty for a very long time, and the only reason I want to bring that up is that throughout Call of Duty's history, there hasn't been a ton of other races in terms of what you're playing as when you're controlling your operator. It's been generally for a very, very long time just kind of been a white operator that you have. It's white hands that you see because Call of Duty is in the first person perspective. And I just wanted to throw out there the first time that I realized that I was playing as an operator that was not white, that it was specifically a black operator. And for me personally, I first noticed this. Again, I'm not saying this is the first time that they added a character or an operator like this, but it was the very first time that I personally noticed it. And that was in Modern Warfare 2019-2022, the game that came out in 2022. That was the first game, and the operator's name is Zeus. He's the black operator. He's supposed to be from Africa, I believe. And there's an operator skin specifically for him where you can actually see his hands and you can see the golden rings on his hands. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is that was the first time in that game was that I noticed, hey, I'm actually playing as a black operator, as a black person playing this game. Again, I don't want to say that that was the very first time that they had a black operator, that you could see their bare black hands in the game, but it was the first time that I noticed it. And the other time that I noticed anything with regards to my race and really in Call of Duty was actually Call of Duty Vanguard, where there was a black character on the very cover of the game, which I'm pretty sure probably turned off a bunch of people that wanted to buy that game for the authenticity of World War II. And if you know World War II's history, yes, there were black people in World War II, but it was also before, the civil rights movement and all that nonsense in the United States. So obviously there was a lot of issues surrounding race back then. It wasn't like black people were prominently fighting in World War II. Like I don't want to go down a history lesson, but the point being is that they did put a black character on the cover of that game, and I don't know if they've even done anything like that since. It's just things that I'm not necessarily looking for. I'm not looking for the first black operator in the game that I can see their black hands are on that, or the first black character on the cover of Call of Duty. I'm just saying that this is what I've noticed, just me living my life. There probably were other black characters beforehand. It just seems like they were a little bit more sporadic, or maybe a little bit harder to find, is all that I'm trying to say. And I want to be very careful here because I only have one perspective here. I'm only one guy. I do think that there's a lot of other races that Call of Duty has kind of largely ignored in the past as well. I do want to give them props for Modern Warfare 2022, and they've added a lot of different operators, a lot of different characters from a lot of different backgrounds, which you can tell that there was a lot of effort to diversify the operators that you were able to play as in this game. And I do want to give them props for that. They definitely made an effort there, and it shows. But that was kind of the first time that I've really felt that they've shown an effort. I mean, we're in the year 2024. That game came out in the year 2022. Why is it now that I'm noticing that I'm now able to play as a black operator? And again, you could probably look back and do some research. That probably was not the first time that they added a black operator. Probably not the first time that you could even see that it was a black operator. I just want to reiterate that that was the first time that I noticed it. And I wasn't really looking for it, but it was a moment. It was a moment when I noticed. I was like, hey, I'm actually playing as a black operator right now. You can actually see his black hands, which again, I'm just quickly looking back in my head. I don't think I've seen this in this game before. And I noticed when I noticed that I was playing as a black operator, I did tend to choose that operator a lot more. I chose Zeus. When I noticed that I was playing as Zeus and he was black, I chose Zeus a lot during that period of time. I wasn't playing a ton of Warzone during that time because I really didn't like Warzone during that iteration. But the little bit that I was playing, Zeus was my operator because I connected a little bit more with him because he was black. And I think that little kids playing this game, and there are a ton of little kids playing this game, there should be an operator that more or less matches up with your skin tone or your background. Moving forward, I would like to see this either patched or, which is a lot less likely, I would like them to remove all of the censorship that they have on the game when it comes to typing in the game and also the voice chat. I don't think that anything should be, whether it's AI or a real person, should be listening to what we're saying in game, especially considering we're playing a video game in our free time. And it's sometimes a very stressful game. Sometimes words are said, sometimes emotions are brought to the surface, and I don't think that there should be any censorship on that. And I do think that Call of Duty needs to do a better job there. Either remove all of the censorship or just patch this specific thing. Either let everybody say what they want or don't let anybody really talk at all, which is kind of where we've been at this point. If you did enjoy this commentary and this video and the gameplay, please like and comment down below. It really helps the channel grow. I am still streaming on your favorite streaming platforms starting on Monday. I go Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We start at about 12. I go about 8-9 hours. Please come check out and please come hang out with us. We're not always playing Call of Duty, by the way. I am looking for other video games to play on stream, not just Call of Duty. Again, Call of Duty will still be a prominent game on the channel. It is the game that I am the best at, so I think I'm the best at. So you will continue to see Call of Duty on the channel. But on stream, be on the eye out for other games. I am looking to play Helldivers 2. There is a medieval game called Chivalry 2 that I'm looking into that looks like a whole ton of fun. I definitely want to dive into that. Again, I don't want to just play only Call of Duty on stream, especially with it being the way it is with skill-based matchmaking and EOMM. I kind of want to take a break from just all of that super stressful stuff. If you've seen any of my streams recently, you'll see I've been a little bit more stressed out than I should be playing a video game. So moving forward, we're going to look for some more free, maybe not necessarily free, but just more fun, casual games and games that you guys want to see. So if you know any games that you want to see on stream, definitely comment those down below too. I'll keep an eye out for that. But other than that, I am out. We'll see you next week with another video. Peace.